Hey everyone, welcome back to more coverage of PlatypusCon 2019 here in the capital city of Alaska, Juneau, and I'm joined by another Jack, yet another Jack in our coverage, because I think between me and then another person teaching D&D and yet this Jack Bolin right here, we have three Jacks to talk about. So Jack, why don't you tell me what you're doing here at the con?
So I am running the Dragon Den LLC's business storefront, but besides that, my primary focus is to help people get introduced to Magic the Gathering, Dungeons and Dragons, collectible card games besides those popular ones, and just get introduced to other people in games in Juneau. It's very hard finding a lot of other gamers here.
So the Dragon Den is a new shop that's available, and it's also a space for people to play in, and you guys primarily focus on the collectible games as hobby type of games like Dungeons and Dragons, Magic the Gathering, or say Warhammer. What seems to be drawing the most interest in your shop?
Primary focus is Warhammer 40K as well as Fantasy, Age of Sigmar, Magic the Gathering, Dungeons and Dragons. I have a few people interested in the niche Wizards of the Coast board games, and focus, at least success for getting people into the store, has been a space that they can play that has multiple rooms, both a public one for major events and a private one for side games.
Now, what was your main inspiration for this? Because I think a lot of people have been clamoring for an inclusive, welcoming environment to play these games, meet new people, and really hang out and experience the nerd culture. Is this something you've always been passionate about, or is this more of a recent thing for you?
I've known a lot of people that have either worked in or worked with game stores throughout the years, and my inspiration for opening it was I finally got tired of taking orders from someone else. I wanted to be my own boss, and at the time it felt right. A lot of things fell into place that normally wouldn't have, and I had the opportunity, so I took it.
Starting a business is hard anywhere in the U.S. or probably anywhere in the world. I can't speak for Dubai, but you know, I have a little bit of experience with the U.S. and that's especially true in Juneau, Alaska, which has a lot of unique challenges. So how has the business been doing this first year? Because that is often the biggest hurdle for someone to get through, is their first year of business.
I've had a phenomenal first year. One of the hardest things for any new business is having the clientele to come in and patron that business so that you're successful. I spent a lot of years networking through previous jobs, getting to know a lot of the other gamers in town and spreading word about the games that I like to run. A lot of people know me firsthand, but second and third hand isn't uncommon either, and that helped me have a successful game store here in Juneau.
Now, was there anything that you found yourself developing into as a business, as a purveyor of these games, that you weren't initially expecting, but it just kind of naturally evolved in this first year? And are there things on the horizon that you're really adamant about working towards that you didn't initially expect to be part of the scope of the Dragon Den?
I think one of the things I didn't expect was to be an auctioneer for people's armies as well as magic cards or other things. The collectible part of it does mean at times people want to get out, and so they'll look to someone like a game store who wants to, and they'll come in so that I can help them sell or at least find someone interested in purchasing whatever they have to sell. I'd like to move into a larger space. That doesn't necessarily mean a larger game space. That could mean an additional side business as part of it, maybe a cafe, a restaurant. Even something simple as burgers and fries can go really well at a game store.
And how about tournament support and getting the support of different publishers out there, and even getting interest online from other groups who are just trying to promote tabletop gaming, community stores, events, those types of things? Have you found that you've been able to engage with those official channels?
All of the wholesalers and producers of the games, whether it's Games Workshop, Wizards of the Coast, Privateer Press, everyone has been phenomenal. I remember as a kid hearing stories, horror stories really, from the other store owners about dealing with these people, and it's a complete 180-degree change from what I heard. I'm actually looking to help as my store into other Southeast communities. Now, right now, Sitka just lost their game store. It closed about 6 months ago. Haines and Skagway don't have one. Ketchikan's got a great one. But as it goes for Huna and Pelican even, I actually ship things to all of these Southeast communities. It's not a lot, but I'm looking to help through the larger channels from like Games Workshop and Wizards of the Coast, expand things into those communities so at least I can continue to help all of Southeast.
Now, are there any considerations that you think someone out there who might be thinking about their own community's lack of game stores, that they're considering maybe starting a game store, something that you would give as advice in the first year that would be kind of broad advice that'll work for anyone regardless of whether it's Alaska or Dubai?
My best advice if someone was looking to start one would be know your network of people within your area. Even though a lot of people know who I am prior to opening up the game store, I've met hundreds of people since doing so that I didn't know were running their own kitchen table games. And those are the people that are going to help bring your store from a good one to a great one. Because when you're bringing the kitchen table games in, everyone's winning and everyone's succeeding.
All right. Well, I am so thankful for you coming on to the show. This is really great, and I'm so glad for everything that you're doing for the community here, helping promote tabletop gaming and giving a lot of access to this awesome, hungry set of people who just want more games to play. So thank you so much for coming on the show, Jack. If people want to learn more about the Dragon Den, where can they go?
They're able to find me on Facebook. As an older person who didn't really get into Twitter, I do have one that I'm trying to put more content on there. But the Facebook page, if you search for the Dragon Den LLC, or on Google as well, I have a web page there. People are able to find me. It should link to everything as well as a phone number and the location.
Well, look forward to more coverage and more cross support between the Dragon Den and the Cardboard Herald in the future. Thank you to everyone at home for watching, and thank you to Platypus Con for giving us this environment to have these awesome interviews. Thanks again, Jack.
Jack, thank you.
If you enjoyed this video, we have all kinds of other reviews, interviews, and recommendations via writing, podcasts, and video here on our channel and website cardboardherald.com. Our content is audience supported, so if you want to show your support, please visit our Patreon. Thank you so much for watching. This has been the Cardboard Herald.